This is my Lee Enfield No.4 Mark 1/2. It's been converted to a Mark II, and I was trying to restore it, but I came to find out that some other things are going on, and I'll just show you the difference between a No.4 Mark I and a No.4 Mark II. So this is a Mark II trigger guard. On a Mark I trigger guard, this trigger right here, the trigger arm and pin, are part of this. They mount in the stock. As the stock changes, perhaps due to moisture or something like that, the characteristics of that trigger in that rifle change. So to make them more consistent, the Mark IIs are pinned right into the action. So the trigger is part of the action, and this will fit somewhat like this. Whereas on the Mark I, this piece here would be part of this trigger guard, and the trigger would dangle. So what does that all mean to me? So the wood on a Mark II actually is it's machined out, or it's hollowed out, whereas on a Mark I it's not. It's the bridge is still connected here. So if I was to convert this, I would have to remove that, and there are other differences as well. On here you'll see that there's a brass pin on a little metal bracket, and here there's not. Here a pin goes through, which helps secure that to the action and keeps it from moving up and down, I suppose. And as you can see, there's a bit of recessing that would be required. You'd have to remove that piece there and then slot it out. And frankly, this piece of wood here is World War II era. It probably wouldn't be appropriate for someone with my skill level to be messing around with it. So I am going to box it up and keep it, or sell it to somebody who has a Mark I, and replace the sporter onto the back onto the rifle. I was in the barn the other day working on my ATV, and I found some of my old photography equipment. So I washed it out and I used them to clean parts in. I don't have a parts cleaner, but they also make a wonderful part locker, so to speak, so you can maintain your little its and bits without losing them. And it also gives you a nice safe place to clean them. These are made very robustly and are designed to deal with harsh chemicals. So a good shot of brake cleaner on all these, and then dab of oil, and they're ready to go back into the rifle. This is the pin that I was speaking about, and there's a corresponding nut. as you can see, the long bolt has made it through. So now we just have to put the bolt back in. So flatten that, straighten that part out, open up the sights a bit. Function check, and you now have a functioning Lee Enfield. For storage purposes, I always remove my bolt. So the sporter is going to stay a sporter a little bit longer. The Mark 1 4-stock, I will try to find a new home for that so somebody else can finish a project like that and restore an old gun.